But he put his tie right back up as soon as he sat down, right? So I want you to do the exact opposite today if you could figure out, if you can find a nugget in this speech. Don't change. I mean, I want you to change, but don't change back. Don't change back to the initial state, okay? So I found these nuggets to kind of help me in my journey, and my journey is just getting started, right? Sports is one thing, and your parents will tell you at the end of the day, sports, I mean, it's a very finite time. I played 8 years in the NFL. I wanted to play 10. That was the goal. Never wanted to play 20. 8 was the goal. I mean, 10 was the goal. I played 8. I've always found that having this North Star, or defining my goal, was one of those things that kept me going in the right direction, right? I remember being at the University of Tennessee, and guys were like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I've always wanted to play in the NFL. So I grew up in a house, 3 brothers, and just my mom, 4 boys. I played baseball, basketball, soccer, and football. We all did, right? It was free babysitting for my mom. It's hard to raise kids. Right? But when I got to high school, my mom, she's cut from a different cloth. She made us quit every sport and focus on one. And my sport was football. 3 out of 4 of the boys got full scholarships, by the way. I'm not telling you guys to quit sports. I know some of the parents are like, don't tell my kids to quit sports. But I say that to say, so I focus on football. People used to ask me, what do you want to do? I want to play in the NFL. You would have teachers, and I'm sure you guys have teachers, or you have parents that say, well, you want to go professional, you want to play professional sports. What happens if you don't make it? And my whole mindset is, if I don't make it, I'll figure it out when I get there, right? So setting that goal, or having this vision for your life, having this North Star of, this is where I want to go, that kind of leads you and kind of gets you away from all of the distractions, right? There's so many distractions nowadays, whether it's the phone, whether it's the parties and things like that. There's so many distractions, but if you have that North Star, if you have that vision for your life, it'll keep all of that stuff on the back end. Find ways to get uncomfortable in life, right? Every single morning, I take a cold shower. I try to override my brain every single morning. No one likes taking a cold shower. People that tell you they like taking a cold shower, they're lying. I fight for that feeling of being uncomfortable. So today, I'm going to make you guys uncomfortable. I want the student athletes, take out your cell phones. Student athletes, take out your cell phones. I want you to unlock your cell phone. And go to the gallery, the gallery where all your pictures are. And hand your phone to your parent. You feel that weird feeling in the pit of your stomach, like, is that picture in that gallery? No, he's deleting. Look at this guy. He's not weird. That feeling, you should try to get that feeling each and every day. Try to get that feeling of being uncomfortable. Set goals that are stretch goals. If I'm a parent, and I am a parent, I'm more mad if my kids set goals, like these low goals that they're accomplishing 100% rate. I'm madder at that than I would be if he's failing at goals that are way up here. So set yourself a stretch goal, get uncomfortable, get outside of your box, and keep it going. Now, a lot of people are saying, how do you stay motivated? So, I played at the University of Tennessee. I was, I played a lot of sports at a high level. Guys, I used to see guys all the time, before games, and everyone has their pregame routine, right? Everyone has their pregame routine, whether it's, I'm gonna go get in the hot tub, I'm gonna go stretch, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I remember guys used to be so motivated, screaming, yelling. You see guys jumping up all the time. And then as soon as they got smacked in the face, it was over. It was over. As soon as someone punched them right in the face, the motivation was fleeting. It's very fleeting. It's good to get motivated to get you that first push, but when it's all said and done, you have to have that discipline. And I'm a huge proponent for discipline. And I'm not talking about discipline from your parents, I'm talking about discipline that you guys put on yourselves, right? If you have a bunch of stuff to do that day, and you're in bed, and you're like, oh man, 6 o'clock came so early. It's so easy. If you're motivated, first couple of days, you get up, you'll do it, whatever. You hear people set these, January 1st comes around, what do I want to do? What do I want to do January 1st? I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to lose. I hate going to the gym in January because of people like that. Seriously. It's always packed. Have the discipline to override your mind and continue to push forward. I played with guys who were 350, 380-pound guys. And the thing about playing in the NFL, you used to get fined for being overweight. So I think the fine was like $1,500 per pound per day. So you do the math if you're overweight. It's not cheap to be overweight in the NFL. So I remember guys, we're sitting in the locker room, and guys are like, man, I just had to cut a check for $10,000, man, because I'm overweight. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, and people would probably look at me and say, oh, you've always been in shape. And I'm sitting there looking at myself, and I'm like, you guys just aren't disciplined. I'm sitting here with Vince. You guys know Vince. He likes to eat. He's a big guy. He likes to eat, right? You have to have friends like that, because if they like to eat, they probably like to cook. So I like to just hang around with that. But I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, you drive out of the stadium, and there's a McDonald's to the right, and then you can go home to the left, and you'll get, hopefully some healthy food. I'm like, guys, just don't go right. Go left. Like, figure out a way. You have to figure out a way. If it's tricking yourself or doing whatever you have to do, you have to go left. And as soon as you figure out how to override this thing that's pushing you towards the right, and the right being McDonald's, or the right being the PlayStation, or the right being the party, success will come. I promise you, success will come. And I'm not knocking McDonald's. If you go to McDonald's one time, cool. You go to McDonald's for a week straight, that's still okay, all right, a week straight. But if you're eating McDonald's every single day, I'm telling you, it's a problem. And I'm using McDonald's as, these are little things, right? I'm checking my Instagram in class when I'm supposed to be paying attention to my teacher, right? One day, it's nothing, it's just 5 minutes, right? Just 5 minutes. Do it for a week, all right, now you're in the 30-minute territory, 30 minutes, right? You do that for a year. When you really look at those little decisions that you make on a day-to-day basis, and you look at that compounding effect over the years, it really adds up. So stay focused, guys. Form these habits that are going to get you to your goal. Form these habits that are going to get you to your vision for your life. Your parents can talk to you guys about this on the car ride home, but life is chaos. I'll just tell you guys. Right now, life is throwing you. Do we have any baseball players in the room? Any baseball players? Perfect. This table over here, boom. Right now, life is throwing you fastballs right down the middle of the plate. Right down the middle of the plate. You guys are killing it. I'm not even worried about you guys, honestly, especially at this stage. Life is throwing you fastballs down the middle of the plate. If you're not cranking these balls out, which you guys are, because you're in this room, if you're not cranking these fastballs out of the park, then you're going to be in big trouble. So talk to your friends that aren't in this room. Because when you guys get older, life is going to start to throw change-ups. Life is going to start to throw curveballs at you. And how you approach those situations on a day-to-day basis that's what's going to help you get to the goal for your life. That's what's going to help you get to your vision. So figure it out. Control what you can control. There are going to be situations in your life that you have no control over. But what you can control is your attitude and your perspective of the situation. Everything's not going to go right. Maybe next year you guys ball out, have a great season again, and you're not in this room. You're going to be trying to figure it out, like, what's going on? Control what you can control. You can control your attitude. I still remember they called me up to varsity, my 9th grade year, called me up to varsity. I still remember this coach. He made a huge impact on my life. They called me up to varsity. First day of varsity, I get killed. And he cusses me out. This is back when coaches could hit you. They can't hit you now. This is back. I still remember he had this state championship ring. He turned that thing around, smacked me on my head, sent me back down to JV. There were two things I could have did. I could have just said, you know what, I'm done playing football. Or I could say, you know what, I'll be back. I went home, did some work, got better. The next year I was varsity, averaged 10 yards a carry, playing running back. I used to play running back. But it changed my life. Those situations changed my life because my perspective or my attitude was like, hey, I need to get this done. Going back to the hard work just gives you an opportunity. Get that opportunity. To the parents, you should put pressure on your kids. As hard as it seems, you have to put pressure on your kids, right? Your expectations for your kids should be higher than than their expectations for themselves. I remember when I got to New England in 2008, and Bill calls me in his office. First of all, I'll tell you a funny story about Bill. So I played 8 years. I was a captain for 7. And people say all the time, like, how were you such a young captain? And I was like, honestly, I didn't know what I was doing and I didn't care about anything. But so I come in as a rookie, and we're doing two-a-days and things like that. And people are scared of Bill. Bill is a very dry human being. He's super dry, super dry. And he's intimidating, right? He scares a lot of people. But I didn't know, being this young, dumb rookie, I didn't know any better. And I remember those guys saying, Jerod, can you go in there and talk to Bill and ask him if we can get out of pads? And I'm like, all right, well, first of all, I know if Bill gets mad at me, he can't beat me up. I feel like I can beat Bill in a one-on-one fight. I just feel that way. I still feel that way today, right? So the worst thing he can say to me is no, I'm okay. So I remember walking into Bill's office, and Bill's one of those one-finger typers. He's like this, and he has a pencil in his ear. I still remember like it was yesterday. We joke about it all the time now. And I would walk in there and I would say, Bill, guys are tired. We can't be in pads. We can't be in pads today. And Bill would say, you know, get the F out of here, right? This is a PG place. He's like, get the F out of here. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I would go back, I would tell the guys, I would say, hey, Bill's not having it. We're not, we'll be in full pads. But every once in a while, Bill would say, you know what, Jerod? You're right. You're right. We should be out of pads. And I would go back in that room, and I was like a hero, right? Guys would legit pick me up over their shoulders, like, I was like a mayor. The next year I was a captain, and that's going back to being uncomfortable, but sorry, I didn't mean to digress. But parents, have expectations and put pressure on your kids to do better. Your expectations of them should always exceed their own expectations. My mom told me this, and I don't know where she got it, but I always feel like I should share this with parents. And she said,